Hello, dear yogis. Welcome to Tuesday night Vinyasa Flow Yoga, straight from Switzerland. My name is Ulrika, and we're going to do just kind of like an all-round flow tonight, nothing special, or maybe very special if you wish. Hi, Adrian. And we're going to get going. So let's come to our mats. We're going to stand with the feet hip-width apart. Actually, sorry, I'm going to say a couple of more things before I start. There's a couple of music playlists. If you want to play music to go along with your yoga class, I've put 2 links into the chat. They're exactly the same. So if you want music, just pick one of those. And also another thing, don't do everything I say just blindly following my instructions. Always listen to your body first. Just because it works for my body and I give certain instructions, it doesn't mean that it works for your body, right? So always listen to yourself first. Oh my God, hello Christina, hello Leslie. So now we can start. Okay, very good. We're gonna come standing with our feet about hip width apart. Actually, take them a little bit wider. And we're gonna get right into the legs. So sit down into a little squat if you wish. And then, maybe I come a little bit closer to you. Hello. We're gonna take the backs of the hands to the insides of the knees. So most important here is to try to keep the back straight. If you feel like the back is curving a little bit, then maybe you need to bend your knees even more so that you can lengthen the back. Okay, and then take the backs of the hands to the insides of the knees. And then we're going to lift the right arm up and the right leg is going to straighten. So we twist open here and we push the back of the left hand into the left knee. And then we come back to center, little squat. And then we open the left arm and the left leg is going to go straight. Push the back of the right hand into the knee. Good. And then we come back to center. And then we sit down even more. And we reach the arms forward and we look down. Good. And then we swing the arms back and we straighten the legs only halfway. So try to lift the butt up a little bit more than just straighten in the legs, right? We try to keep the bend in the knees. Good, very good. Left hand to inside of left knee. Right arm opens up. Inhale. Exhale back to center and switch. Left arm up. Inhale. Exhale back to center. And then deep squat, arms forward. Inhale. And exhale, reach arms back. We keep moving. Inhaling, right arm up in a twist. Exhale to switch. And left arm up in a twist. Exhale, back down. Reach the arms forward, sit down a lot. And exhale, reach the arms back. Let's do one more round of that. Right arm up, right leg straightens in your twist. Back to center, exhale. Left arm up, left leg straightens. Exhale, back to center. And then reach the arms forward. And exhale, reach the arms back. Good, and then come all the way up to standing. Take your left hand around your right wrist. And then we reach over towards the left. You can keep the feet wherever you want, just keep them exactly where they were. Get a nice stretch on the right side of the body. And then coming back up to center. Hold on to the left wrist with your right hand. And a little side bend over to the right. Good, and then we lift back up, take the arms down. Okay, we're going to take the feet now hip width apart. We're going to continue with a little half flow, and then we're going to move more into part of like sun salutations and stuff. But stand with your feet hip width apart to begin with. And then we're going to sit down into a chair pose. This chair pose is going to be a little bit more upright. So you're a little bit more upright with your body, and you bend the knees. Good. And then we do a halfway fold, and now you can straighten the legs if you want to, or keep a little bit of a bend. And then we bend the knees again, we reach the arms forward and up, and we come all the way up to standing hands together. And then we swan dive, open the arms wide and fold all the way down. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, halfway fold. Inhale, bend the knees, and then come all the way up to standing hands together. And exhale, fold all the way down. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, halfway fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And fold all the way down as you exhale. Again, chair pose. Half fold, exhale. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Let's do that one more time. Chair pose, inhale. Half fold, exhale. All the way up to standing, inhale. And fold all the way down, exhale. Stay in your forward fold. Hold on to opposite elbow, or you can also just cross your arms as if you would be sitting in a chair, crossing your arms in front of your chest. But you're in a forward fold now. You can bend and straighten the knees if you want to. Or do anything that kind of feels good here. So swing a little bit from side to side, bounce a little bit maybe. All of those things are good. And then release the hands all the way down to the ground. Let's roll up with a round back until we come all the way up to standing. Let the arms be heavy, let the head come up last. Good, and then lift the arms up, inhale. And exhale, fold all the way down. Draw the fingertips to below the knees, halfway fold. And then take the hands down to the ground, step far back with your right foot. Exhale, bring the right knee to the ground. Push into your fingertips, lift the chest forward, inhale. And step back to downward facing dog, exhale. Lift the right leg up, inhale. Step the foot forward, exhale, left knee to the ground. Up onto the fingertips, chest forward, inhale. And then step up to the top of the mat and fold, exhale. Come all the way up to standing, inhale. And take your hands to the heart, exhale. Let's continue. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. And then fingertips down, left foot steps far back. Exhale, left knee to the ground. Inhale to a low lunge. And then exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Left leg up, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale, right knee down. Inhale to lift the chest forward. And then push yourselves forward and fold, exhale. Coming up to standing, inhale. And take the hands to the heart, exhale. Lifting the arms up, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Right foot steps back, exhale, right knee to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up, inhale. Step the foot forward, exhale, left knee down. Inhale, chest forward. And then push through the foot, step up and fold. Exhale. Coming all the way up to standing, inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Let's do the other side. Arms up, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Halfway lift on your inhale. And then it's the left foot that steps far back on your exhale. Take the left knee down to the ground. And then fingertips into the ground as you lift the chest up, inhale. And exhale, step back to downward facing dog. And then lift the left leg up behind you. Step the left foot forward, exhale, take the right knee to the ground. Chest lifts forward, inhale. And then you step up and you fold forward, exhale. Come up to standing, inhale. And we take the hands to the heart, exhale. Let's move on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. And this time we step straight back to down dog. Exhale. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, knees, hips, belly, chest rolls down to the floor, release the toes. Inhale, cobra, try to draw yourself forward. And I keep pushing into the hands, move back, downward facing dog, exhale. Take an inhale and down dog. And on your exhale, start walking your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, a fold. Up to standing, inhale, and now straight back down to the ground. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Rolling forward to plank, inhale. This time maybe with the legs straight, bend the elbows and come all the way down to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. And then keep lifting the chest up, bum back to the heels, downward facing dog. Let's stay in downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit the way we always do it. Shake your head. Wiggle your shoulders. Good. You're doing great. I feel your energy through the live stream. Come forward to plank. Oh, happy days. Now we're going to stay in plank. Did you see how I just said something really nice to you there before I sent you into plank? So that you will still like me after plank? Step your feet wider apart, almost to the outer edges of your yoga mat. Bring the hands closer together. And now without moving the hips, lift the right hand to the chest and hold. And then switch. Right hand down, left hand to the chest. Keep it strong in the core. And back down. And then walk your feet a little bit closer together. Take your hands a little bit further apart. And then we're going to dip the hips to the right. So you're going to roll to the outside. Actually, you're going to point the heels to the right. And then you come back to the center and you point the heels to the left. Back to center, point to the right. Back to center, point to the left. Keep moving. So your arms stay straight. Your shoulders don't really move much. But from the waist, You're dipping the hips down from side to side. The hips are not going to come down to the floor. They're just going to move in that direction. So right side of the hip to the floor almost, and then over left side pointing towards the floor. Keep it moving. This is going to be nice. You feel this tomorrow in the belly. Do one more on each side, please. And then come back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. And then we lift the right leg up behind us. We're going to step the right foot forward. Actually, this time I don't want the foot to come all the way up to the right hand. I want the foot to stay a little bit behind the right hand. And then walk your fingertips a little bit forward. Dip your hips down, as far down as you want. Let the right knee come way past the right toes. Good. And then take the left hand even further in front of you. Turn the right foot to the right and flip over onto the outside of the left foot and see if you can bring the left side of the hip down to the floor. And then hug the right knee into the chest. It's okay if it doesn't come down. You can also stay with the hips up, right? Or you can bring a little bit of a bend into the left knee, hugging the right knee in. And then we move back, hands down onto the mat, downward facing dog. Let's try the other side. Left leg up. Step the left foot to just behind the left hand. And then walk the hands far forward, let the hips come down. Left knee comes far forward in front of the toes. And then we turn both feet out. Right hand further in front of you. Sit down onto the right side. Hug the left knee in. And then coming back to center and step back to downward facing dog. Let's do that again on both sides. Right leg up, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale. Inhale, dip the hips down, chest up. And then exhale, left hand forward, left hip down. Pull that knee in. And then inhale, stepping it back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step the foot down. Walk your hands forward. Inhale. And then exhale, flip down onto the right side of the hip. Hug the knee in. And inhale, come back forward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Oh, wasn't that fun? Fun, fun, fun. Then roll forward to plank, please. And then we come all the way down to the ground. And then we slide the forearms forward for Sphinx pose. Now, hands are flat on the mat. Da-da-da, hands are flat on the mat. And the elbows are right below the shoulders. So not back here, not here, right below the shoulders, right? And then you try to press the hands firmly into the ground and almost draw the hands and the forearms a little bit back so that the chest lifts up and forward. Stay here. Keep breathing, obviously. Letting the shoulders drop away from the ears. So we're not hanging down here trying to draw forward. We're lifting ourselves away from the shoulders. That means that you push the elbows much further into the ground. You're not just hanging onto the forearms. You're actively pushing the forearms into the floor. Inhale here. And exhale, roll all the way down to the ground. Reach the arms back. Clasp your hands behind your back. Now we're going to start with lifting the chest up and the chin away from the floor. Keep pushing all the toenails for now into the ground. And then you straighten the arms, you lift the hands away from the bum. And then you lift the legs up, if you want to. Good. And then we hang out here for about 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then release everything down. Place the hands close to the chest. Push yourself up over your hands and knees. Back to your downward facing dog. Exhale. Very good. Take an inhale in down dog. And then we're going to walk the feet up to the hands. Exhale. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, fold. Coming all the way up to standing inhale. And taking the hands down to the heart. Exhale. Lift up onto your toes. Lift up high onto the toes. Good. We're going to start bending the knees. Knees go straight forward. Yeah, bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees. If you need to use your arms for balance, use them for balance. We're about halfway. We're only about halfway. And then we continue. Continue, 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 continue. Still up onto the toes. Yeah? Still up onto the toes. And then we open the knees really wide and we lean forward until the butt comes down to the floor. And then we lift the knees up into boat pose, Navasana. I don't think we've done this in my class in a long, long time. Good. So now we try to keep the back long. So some of you are going to be able to lift the legs up higher. Some of you are going to keep the heels close to the ground. But what's holding boat pose in the middle is, of course, the belly. So here we are in boat pose. Reach the arms forward if you can. And then we're going to suck the stomach in towards the spine. Make this part really, really strong. And we're going to lower down to low boat pose. Legs hover above the ground. The shoulder blades are not touching the ground. And we lift back up to boat pose. And we lower down to low boat pose. Woo. And we lift back up to boat pose. Woo. And then we take the feet down, we cross the ankles, we roll over to the side or over the ankles, and we step back, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale in down dog. And then exhale, walk the feet up to the hands. Inhale, a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Come up to standing, inhale. And we take the hands to the heart. Exhale. Okay, let's see if we can do a little bit of a balance. Balancing mobility twist here. We're going to move into warrior 3 onto the, let's see, onto the left leg. So right leg is going to start reaching back. You're going to tilt halfway forward or as far forward as you can whilst still staying straight from the back heel to the top or the back and the crown of the head. Wee. So you're going to look straight down. The arms can be out to the side or reaching back. Now listen, we're going to start bending the left knee and we're going to start bending the right knee behind the left knee until the top of the right foot comes down to the outside. And then the right knee comes down and you're sitting down into a twist. Yes. Wrap that left knee close into the chest. Take the left fingertips behind you. Now, obviously, we're going to try this a couple of times. If you need to take your hands down to the floor to get into this, do that. use your hands. But for those of you that are not using the hands, we're now going to turn forward again. We're going to let go of the arms, let go of the hands. We're going to lean forward, push into the right knee and the left foot. And we're going to lift up to warrior three, where we came from. And then we come all the way up to standing. Let's do the other side. Tilt forward, left leg back, standing onto the right foot only. And then start to bend both knees. Left knee goes behind. You're going to bend quite a lot until the top of the foot comes down to the floor. And then the knee touches the floor. And then the butt touches the floor. And then the right hand comes behind. And you hold on to the right knee and you twist. And then we turn forward again. We lean forward so that the weight comes into the right foot and the left knee. We start to lift ourselves up, back to warrior three. Yes. And then come up to standing. Let's do one more on each side. Right leg reaches back. Find your balance first. Keeps the hips square. Keep the back long. Keep the neck long. And then we start to bend the knees. And we go super, super slowly. If you need to take the fingertips down to the ground here, do so. But still go very slow with the legs. And then the foot comes down. And the knee comes down. And you twist over that left shoulder. Stay in the twist. And then you turn forward again. We lean forward so that we can push into the legs and the foot. And then we lift back up to warrior three. Find your warrior three. Arms to the side, arms to the back, hands in front of the heart, arms forward, pointing down, I don't care. Stay long in the back body. And then coming back up to standing. This is fun, isn't it? I think it's fun. And then left leg goes back. Find your warrior three. Find your warrior three first. Don't move your eyes. And then bend both knees, start to sit down. Try to keep the length in the upper body and the back until you come all the way down to sitting. Right fingertips behind. Hug the knee into the chest. And then we turn forward again. One last lift up, coming forward, lifting up the same way you came down. Find your warrior three. Hold your warrior three. And then we come up to standing. Good job. Lift the arms up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, downward facing dog. Exhale. Roll forward to plank, inhale. Bend the elbows, come all the way down to the ground. Exhale. Inhale to cobra. And then keep pushing through the arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the knees down to the ground. A few cat and cows. Inhale, lifting the chest forward, arching in the lower back. Exhale, make everything round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. inhale. And exhale. Very good. And then turn the left toes, the left foot out a little bit. Keep the left hand on the ground, straighten the right leg. Easy side plank pose. So we turn the left foot a little bit back just to keep stability a little bit better here. We're going to lift the right leg up. Keep the left arm strong. And then we're going to bend that knee and reach back for the right foot. If you can't find the right foot, start by drawing the right knee into the chest, and then just slide your hand down, find the foot, and then fold the knee back. That might be the easier way to get to it. Now, stretching the front of the right leg. We are going to start pushing the right foot towards the back wall. I don't want this to be up. I want this to be back. And then as you're pushing that foot back, bring a little bit of a bend into the right elbow. This will open up the chest a little bit more. Hold it, hold it. Focus on the quad stretch, the chest opener. Pushing the foot back, not up. And then slowly come back to center, hands down, knees down. One round of cow and cat, inhale. And exhale, round. And then this time we turn the right foot out. We stretch the left leg long, we lift the left arm up, and we keep the right hand on the floor. And then we lift back leg up. And we bend the knee, we hold on to the left foot. We focus a little bit on just stretching the front of the left leg to begin with. And then we actively start to push that foot back, 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 a little back bend. Bend the left knee, keep pushing the foot back. One more inhale, and then we release that back down to all fours. Take a cow, inhale, and take a cat, exhale. And then roll all the way down to lie onto your belly. Nice and easy transition. Good. Now, we're going to bend the knees. We're going to open the knees a little bit, so your heels are coming closer into the bum. We're going to open the knees a little bit wider. We're going to bring the big toes together. So here we are, bringing the big toes together, opening the knees a little bit wider. And then we're going to reach the arms back. We're not going to hold on to the feet. No, no, no. Sorry, everyone. We're going to lift the knees up. We're going to lift the chest up. And we're going to lift the arms up. And this is a bow pose. Keep holding it up. A bow pose without holding onto the feet. So normally, this pose would be reaching the arms back, holding onto the feet, and then lifting yourself up. We're doing none of that right now. We're lifting from the lower back. We're lifting from the glutes. And we're just reaching the arms back and trying to lift the chest up from the back body. Yeah, one more inhale. And exhale, really sit down. Oh, make a pillow with your hands. Move the hips from side to side. And then we're actually going to do that twice. I know it's not very satisfying to not get to hold on to the feet, but it's just because we're doing it differently this way. So bend the knees again, open the knees a bit wider, push the big toes together, Reach the arms back, lift the knees and the thighs off the floor, lift the chest up, reach the arms back, and here we just hold. Feel how this is working in the glutes, in the backs of the legs, in the lower back. Keep looking down so that you keep the neck long, and every time you breathe, which is always, you're gonna move. This pose moves a bit. Take another inhale. And exhale, release down. Turn the head the other way. Very nice. And then find your way back to downward facing dog. And we're going to come forwards again to plank. We're going to take the knees down to the ground simply because it's a little bit easier. We're going to take the left forearm down to the ground and we're going to turn the hand in. Now you can either hold your hand, make a fist so that the forearm is like parallel on the mat like this, or you can turn the hand down to be flat on the mat. We are going to get to a side plank pose in a minute. So now, roll over to the outside of your left foot, lift the left hip up, and lift the right arm up. Now, right foot can be in front of the left foot. That is easier. Or you stack the right foot on top of the left foot. And you flex the feet a lot. Yeah? And here we are. Side plank pose. On the forearms. Super, super strong for the waist. Super strong for the shoulders. Oh, the belly. The legs have to stay straight. There's really nothing relaxing in this pose. It should not be comfortable, but your face should be relaxed. Take another inhale here, and then back to all fours. Walk up onto your hands. A little cow inhale, and a little cat exhale. And then we take the right forearm down to the ground. Make a fist or turn your hand flat and then step back with the feet. Lift the left arm up. Lift the hips up a little bit more. You're going to feel this at the bottom here on the right side of the waist. Good. Keep looking straight forward, or you can look down or you can look up. Anything that works for your neck. Everything is working. Even the toes are working. Flex the feet. Try to pull the toes up towards your face. Inhale here. Oh, and exhale. Down to all fours. We do a cow. Inhale. And we do a cat that eventually rolls back to child's pose. Bum to the heels. Arms forward, elbows down, or reaching the arms back. Relax. And then push up to all fours again. We're actually going to step up to the top of the mat. So just step the right foot forward, step the left foot forward. Come halfway up, fingertips below the knees. Bring your weight a little bit further forward into the toes. And then come all the way up to standing. Very slowly. Hello, here we are. Okay, now shift the weight into the left foot. We're going to place the right ankle over the left knee. Right ankle over left knee. And then we bend the standing knee a little bit. And then we pull the hips back so that you're leaning a little bit more forward, right? Good. Stay here for a moment. The stretch is now happening on the right side of the glutes, right hip. Try to fold that right knee far out to the side. And then turn a little bit to the left. We're going to take the right hand to the sole of the foot. And we're going to try to twist open to the left by pushing the right hand into the right foot and pushing the foot into the hand. And then just open the left arm in line with the chest. That probably means that the left arm is not going to go back. It's just going to be an extension of the chest. So try to keep it in line with the chest. Sit down a little bit deeper. Fold that right knee a little bit further out to the side. And then slowly come back to the middle again. Squaring off the hips. And then stepping the right foot down. Shake, shake, shake. Good. Weight comes into the right foot. Left ankle over the right knee. Good. Now again, bend the knee first. Whoop, trying to find my balance here. Bend the knee first, and then it's as if you're drawing the hips back, and you straighten this leg just a little bit, even though it's super, super bent. And then you just stay here, feeling the stretch on the left side now of the glutes. And then take the left hand to the sole of the foot. Start to twist to the right. Pull into that foot. And then you just open the right arm in line with the chest. You look back only if you can hold your balance. Otherwise, you look down. The stretch and the twist is going to happen anyway, regardless of where you keep your eyes. And then turn towards the front again, squaring off the hips. And then we come up and we shake the legs out. Nice. So now, bring the feet together to touch. Good. And then we're going to come up onto the toes again. Up onto the toes. And we're again going to sit down. Down, down, down. Knees go straight forward to begin with. We're about halfway now. Stay with me. Halfway. A little bit lower than halfway. And now we're coming all the way down. Open the knees to the side. You're still up on the toes. Take the fingertips down to the ground, and then lift your butt up and fold forward. Up onto your toes, the heels are touching, the knees are open out to the sides, and then sit down a little bit. It's like frog legs. We're doing a little frog leg stretch. Lifting the bum up, folding forward, and sit back down. Lift the bum up, fold. The legs are not going to go straight, so don't aim for that. Sit back down again. Fold one more time. And then we sit back down. We come all the way down, heels down, butt down, legs shake out in the front. Okay, we've made it to the floor. Let me bring the camera down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, we're going to sit with the legs a little bit wide. It doesn't have to be super wide. It might actually be easier to begin with, not with the legs so wide. If this is troublesome already just to sit upright, sit on something so that you can lift yourself up. Good. So maybe start small, and then once you understand what we're going to be doing, you can play a little bit with opening the legs a little bit wider. Okay, so flex the feet. We're going to reach the arms forward, and then we're going to come back up to sitting upright, and then we're going to fold the right knee in, a little bit closer to the left knee, and we're going to take both hands to the left side, and the left toes are going to start pointing forward. So the outer edge of your left foot comes down to the ground. The right hip obviously lifts up from the floor, and you just try to walk your hands further behind you. And then you come forward again. You straighten the legs out. You reach forward. You come back up. You fold the left knee in. Both feet are flexed. You try to walk the hands behind you in a twist. And you come further forward again. And then you fold. You lift up. Keep moving. Folding the right knee in. Letting the left foot open to the side. Walk your hands back. Back to the center. Legs wide. Fold. As far as you can go. Might not be so much of a fold for some of you. I find that stretch really, really difficult. Now we're twisting to the right. And now keep moving a little bit in your own rhythm. We're eventually going to stay in the forward fold, but for now, just keep moving a little bit from side to side, just the way we were doing. You can go faster, you can go even slower. Do what you like to do. And the next time you're in your forward fold, stay in your forward fold. I know we have made it now down to the floor, but for those of you that feel so stiff that there's nothing of a forward fold in this, and you're barely holding onto your legs so that you won't fall back, come up to standing, take your legs really far apart, and fold forward in this way instead. So this is going to be much friendlier for those that are super, super tight in the hips. Obviously, sitting up on something, a blanket, a pillow, can help a lot, but for some, it's just not enough. So always have the option to stand up and do a forward fold from there instead. And as you're folding forward here, I want your feet to turn in line with the forward fold. So rather than trying to point the toes up, let the feet turn in a little bit, because that's the way the pelvis is going, and that's the whole way the forward fold is happening. You will feel a stretch on the back of the legs here. Strong, strong stretch. You can use your hands to try to draw yourself a little bit further forward. If you're doing this stretch standing up, you can also experiment with just taking the feet a little bit wider if you want to, and also coming forward a little bit into the toes, so not hanging into the heels. Stay just a little bit longer here. Let's inhale together. Exhale together one more time. Inhaling together. And exhaling together. And then walk your hands back. If you're standing up, wiggle your feet a little bit closer. Come up to standing and then sit back down again. So now we're gonna go into butterfly pose. I guess I can stay here. Butterfly pose, which is the soles of the feet together, but further away from you. So we don't have the feet close in. We have the feet much further away from us. And then again, we're gonna fold forward here. And then we're gonna sit back up again. We're gonna bring the knees together, feet on the floor. And we're gonna roll halfway down to hover. We're gonna lift up, inhale, soles of the feet together, knees apart, exhale, fold. Inhale, back up, feet on the floor, roll down, exhale. Inhale, up, open the knees wide, fold forward. Keep it moving. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you roll almost down to touch the floor. Heels are on the ground. Inhale again as you lift up. And exhale as you fold. Keep moving. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. And down, and roll all the way down to lie on your back. All the way down. Draw the knees into the chest. And then take the knees to the right in a twist. Stretch the left arm away from you. And for today, I would say maybe focus more on just letting the legs relax to the right side instead of trying to get the left shoulder down onto the floor. So it's okay that the left shoulder is lifted up a little bit, as long as you can relax the knees to the side. And we lift the knees up to the center. And we fold the knees over to the left. Both knees, both legs happily relaxing to the left. Right arm stretches out to the right. Don't worry about the right shoulder. Let it float in the air. Or of course, if you have the space, the right shoulder is automatically going to come down. But for now, try to see that the right knee doesn't lift up and away from the left leg. And then lift the knees back into the center. Another little squeeze of the legs into the chest. And then we get ready for Shavasana. If you want to do a longer Shavasana, you can of course stay. You can leave this live stream now and really just relax. Otherwise, stay with me. I will keep an eye on time and I will come back to let you know when it's time to wake up. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And then open your mouth and exhale. Move fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. You might want to yawn, you might want to reach the arms up over the head. And when you're ready, draw the knees to the chest, roll to the side, and come back up to sitting. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Namaste. Namaste, you darling yogis. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you when I see you next. Bye-bye.